Very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Heath Park for this NPL clash between Eastern Suburbs and Peninsula Power. I'm James Coughlin here in the commentary booth, ready to bring you all the action in this Round 8 clash. We're almost a third of the way through the season, and both of these sides have declared their respective intentions as they enter this weekend in third and fourth on the ladder. Today's hosts are coming off a spectacular comeback victory at Mitchelton last weekend. They'll be eager to make it 3 wins on the trot. Penn Power also overturned a second-half deficit last weekend as their return to the NPL has begun in impressive fashion. They've won their last 4 and will want to continue that streak today. Let's run through the team lineups as they go through the respective pre-match handshakes. So for East, one change. Defender Holly Clark promoted to the starting lineup. And forward Georgie Amos drops to the bench. Clark is expected to partner Hakana Tchenko at centre-back. Kaho Oshima is likely to push forward into a holding midfield role behind Abby Taylor and Emma Starr. And Swedish forward Sophie Persson to lead the line and will be eager to add to her 4 goals in the NPL thus far. And Sophie Persson also wearing the captain's armband. Wearing the armband for Peninsula Power is number 12, Kira Lee Phillips. 2 changes to last week's 11. Kiara Rizvalski and Sienna Powell drop to the bench, making way for the return of Jemima Head after missing round 7. Ava Blizzard is promoted from the bench for her 6th start of the season. Goalkeeper Liz Harrington has kept 4 clean sheets from 6 starts so far and will look to be a frustrating presence in goal for the East's forward line. Up front, Bonnie Davies is 2nd in the Golden Boot race. Would love to add to her tally today. That was rather emphatic from Penn Power as well. A couple of extra words from Eastern Suburbs. The weather, in case you're watching from not in Brisbane's Eastern Suburbs, about 24 degrees, cloudy. Despite those grey spots on the sky, not expected to be a whole lot of rain. Well, not expected to be any rain if the radar is anything to go by. So we should have a nice dry track. Some free-flowing attacking football, and it will be Penn Power getting us underway with Bonnie Davies. And here we go. It is the second to last match to get underway in round 8. And Power to go on the attack early. Early ball played in by McDougall, but the offside flag had gone up against Davies. And you see East's last 5 results. They did lose to Gold Coast United, but that did come after what is arguably their biggest win in a very long time, knocking off Lions, ending a 61-game unbeaten run for the 3-time defending champions. 4, I beg your pardon. And now East will look to go on the attack. Penn Power won their last 4. Their only defeat on the season coming at the hands of Lions. Amajui playing it centrally. And work from Bruckner winning it back for East and playing it out to the corner for Sophie Persson. Space to measure it up and tries to go through the legs of Cebulski, but the defender cut out that run. Back it goes for Oshima. Actually looks like Kaho Oshima is pushed even further forward than expected. She might be in that proper central midfield role next to Starr, with Abby Taylor holding down the defensive midfield spot. Dougal drills it out for Amajui to exchange passes with Davies. And the clearance not getting that far out of the box. Was dealt with eventually by Hakana Tchenko. He's making a return to NPL football after a couple of years off. May have remembered her as Hakana Dixon, but She's enjoying wedded bliss. My new surname. The pressure from Person. Dean able to get it away. Chested down by Head, and Harrington just scuffed that clearance. The backspin was read well by Phillips. Taylor busy as Kanchenko gets it away, and that is stolen there, and an early shot by Dapolonia. McDougall caught the rebound, is crowded out by the orange kit. Hopeful ball forward is just a bit too far ahead of Ava Blizzard. Power to press quite high up as Musket just launches it. Anywhere forward will do, but can only find Cebulski. Muskin in the pocket and feeding in Person. Sophie Person into the box, and the left-footed strike goes high and wide. You can see just unable to bring that one under control was Phillips, and Askin was there to pounce. Apologise for the technical issues. He's continuing their early pressure, but past it, nobody in particular is mopped up by Woods, and it could fall now. Shot taken on, and it's the opening goal of the game. It is rifled home, and East are able to strike first.
Next 5, let's go, focus!
Just all a little bit chaotic at the back, and it is Emma Starr getting her first goal of the season. There's just not a whole lot that Ms. Harrington can do about that. 7 minutes played. Picked up by Emma Gibbon, who's been a mainstay for East so far. They're busy here with a touch to take it away from Davies. Clark is able to play it off. Pressing attacker for an East throw-in. You can see East under pressure from the high press from Dapolonia. Ball has fallen to Askin. Shot taken on and it just rolls wide.
Not yet though, not yet. Yeah. Connor, set it a bit deeper.
Harrington resumes play, getting a goal kick up to the halfway line. It's Blizzard able to find a way through Muscat. You can hear and see the breeze just picking up. East with another opportunity to go on the attack. Inside Star can't bring it under control. Instead is Woods. And Oshima pushing from behind and dispossesses Power and wins it back for her team. Kachenko all the way back. And Gibbon just a bit too much of an angle on that one. Goes into the old benches on the far sideline. Both sides now positioned almost directly beneath our camera position, which means our effects mic might pick up some more tactical instructions. Goes Amajui. Chantel Malgary arguing for a goal kick, but nothing doing there. Apologise again for the technical dramas. But it looks like the picture might be clearing up as Dean sits back for Harrington to send it forward off a running start. And Davies, so close. Was she onside, Bonnie Davies? She was not. Dapolonia almost winning it back, but again, Power getting the ball in an attacking position, and that attempted strike by Lainey McDougall just unable to cause too much stress for Gibbon. Happened a couple of times so far in this match. And Power pressing with their midfielders and able to dispossess East before they can too far forward. Advantage played for the handball and a desperation lunge from Muscat, able to take it off the foot of Ava Blizzard. He can't get it away. Amajui with the side foot effort and almost was spilled through the legs of Gibbon. Excellent first time hit from the Penn Power winger. The bounce just doing Bruckner in. Loose pass there. Picked up Starr. Clipping it down the sideline for Bruckner. Has she got too much spin on her? She's not. And it's a penalty. And Bruckner was taken down by Jemima Head, I believe, who just had a rough couple of minutes. And East have a chance to double their lead on the quarter-hour mark. The loose touch was pounced on there by East and was just on the edge of the box, and it will be Maya Bruckner to take. Harrington doing her own version of the Andrew Redmayne dance. So Bruckner and buries it low, hard, and to her right. East have a 2-0 lead inside a quarter of an hour, as Maya Bruckner gets her 4th of the season. And believe it or not, that was the first penalty East have had so far in 2023. Penn Power also yet to be awarded a penalty. Quarter of an hour played. East off to a dream start. A 2-0 lead. Quite sure Oshima meant to nod that one back to Clark, but all's well that ends well. And Bruckner checking her run to try and fashion a cross, but can't get it by the leg of Dean. Shima making a support run, but it's an under-hit pass, and Power just cutting it out, but not able to hold on to possession as Starr is out. Flipped over the top now for today's first goal scorer, Emma Starr. So, curling ball in, and had someone out of Penn Power box. And an accidental collision by the looks of it. Davies centrally, McDougall. And Davies, she'll take the shot on from range, and had Gibbon just making sure that that wasn't going to dip under the crossbar, that improvised effort from Bonnie Davies. Not afraid to take on a shot. New recruit. 7 goals, 31 shots taken in 2023 so far. That'll be 32 now. Davies with a pretty impressive resume in NPL Tasmania. Used the body well to see off the challenge of Dean, but can't bring the ball under control. Bruckner there to intercept the throw-in. Starr. Pass again, just not quite with enough power on it, but still work out well for East as Starr. It's Taylor, and the hosts to go on the attack and get a 3rd goal. Kachenko enough pace to get to it before Davies. Malgary towards the sideline. Launches it, but can't find Oshima. The tag team duo of Oshima and Askin.
Good, Danny.
Referee's pass. You'd hope that a teammate would be in that region, but it was only Cebulski. And after a deflection off Apollonia, it's going to be an East goal kick. Have a bit of footwork by Muscat to create a bit of space, but the pass can only go as far as Apollonia. Another American import. Sarah Apollonia made her NPL debut in round 3 against Lions. Some would say that's baptism of fire. Fair to say, Sarah Apollonia is adapting well to life in Queensland. For Amajui. Phillips with a head of steam trying to win the foot race against Malgary, but the East defender was alert to the danger. Phillips, the defender at her back, able to get past Woods and through to Apollonia. And down goes Davies in a very enticing position for a power free kick as Kachenko just gets a warning from our referee. Ava Blizzard take the free kick. This is the side that favours a right footer. Just under 25 yards away. The 4-player wall set by Gibbon. Apollonia is just standing on the edge of the 18-yard box. If Power want to try a creative move. Blizzard will just take the shot on herself and can't quite get that one up and down in time. Not hit with a whole lot of power either. Halfway through the first half of play here in this NPL Round 8 clash between East and Penn Power. It's James Coughlin here in the commentary booth on FQTV. There's a long-range shot taken by Phillips, and the rush of blood was just a little bit strong there from the Penn Power right back. It's fired into the netting behind Emma Gibbons' goal. If you are just joining us, Emma Starr opened the scoring in the 7th minute before Maya Bruckner doubled the host's advantage after a quarter of an hour from the penalty spot. He's developing a bit of a reputation to be fast starters this year. 11 of their 13 goals have been scored in the first half. And Penn Power did have the best defensive record in the league, the outright best defensive record. 5 goals allowed. It's now 7. And prior to today, they'd only conceded 1 goal in the opening 45 minutes. But they are on the defensive again. Penn Powers deal with the threat of Sophie Person. She plays it through for Starr, who's made a run ahead of the striker. Askin, first time cross-come shot, and a little bit too much air on that one as it sails over the crossbar. Obey the instructions from the East bench for Kaho Oshima. Nominally a defender, Oshima, but he's proven to be more than adept in that midfield role as Gibbon can't get it away. As strong pressing by Bonnie Davies could create an opportunity as Davies is not giving up the cause yet. Winning the ball back for Amajui. Light touch by the Penn Power winger, just not enough for the attack to unfold, and the match will settle down with Malgary. She goes for the speculative pass, and it's headed straight into the chest of Bruckner. She feeds Star out wide as Lainey McDougall dispossesses her opponent. And that definitely made contact with Muscat, and there were some pretty strong calls for a handball, nothing given, and Dean must have had eyes in the back of her head there as she felt the pressure coming from Bruckner and just kicks the ball moving over the sideline. East with a chance to reset an attacking throw-in. Muscat's bent effort, can't quite tee up Sophie Person. Touch there by Amajui, just able to keep it away from Malgary, but once again the East fullback winning her battle and able to clear the danger, albeit temporarily. Dean. Just too tall for Davies. Kachenko with an opportunity to clear it, but can't do so. However, after a bit of pinball action, East just again back in possession. Seeing the run of Taylor, but instead plays it to Person. Oshima with room to pass it out wide. Askin. Quick interplay by Power as Davies can't bring it under control. Bruckner with room to run. He's got support to her left and to her right. Askin. Get by the challenger Phillips. Score one for the Penn Power defender. Jui running directly at Malgary, but once again having no joy against the East defender. A bit of confusion there from East, allows Dean to win the ball back. Blizzard. And it's a throw in off Muscat. Last year, beaten semi-finalists. Down to Gold Coast United 3-0. Second straight semi-final exit, but the team building the way it is, you get the feeling ambitions are set a little bit higher in 2023. Person with two Penn Power defenders watching her very closely, aware of the danger the Swedish striker possesses. I'm sure she's not going to be their undoing as setting sun pokes through the clouds. Clark. Apollonia can't find a way by Muscat. I do apologise for the occasionally grainy picture. time to measure a pass, but I'll measure it one more time as she sees it deflected all the way back, and now Power with a chance to break forward. Patient build-up. Pass too far ahead of Phillips, allowing Malgary to have another short touch, but a bit of work by Woods. It's undone by a loose pass. There's been at times a fairly scrappy opening half an hour. Some passes just not quite sticking, some heavy touches. But you'd have to say it's not exactly groundbreaking analysis to suggest that East would be the happier of the two sides with the way the opening half hour has gone, albeit with a few nervy moments. Davies calling for support on the high press. The raised arm. Nothing coming as she'll be continuing her tireless work leading the line. Plenty of trust placed in Bonnie Davies. The ball through, chance for Person. Not direct that shot on target. And chance for Harrington to restart play. Musket just playing that over the sideline, taking it away from Blizzard. Clark across well, Malgary. Phillips regaining it for Power. And another loose pass at the back. Head able to regather, but instead can only play it straight to Star. That could have been very dangerous for Penn Power, but they do survive. A bit of frustration just creeping into Penn Power now as well. A little tug of the shirt there from Blizzard. Head asking for a run to be made, and Amajui obliges, but once again they try to target the flank of Chantel Malgary. However, this defence holding strong. Do like to attack down their right-hand side. 86% in the season has come down that side, which is seen Amajui and Phillips as the two primary options down that wing. Davies trying to hold off Clark, but with a bit of an assist from Oshima.
Sarah, switch with Iva. Iva, midfield.
And a tactical change being called out by Mick Gallo, the Penn Power coach, currently holding down the fort for Alex Smith and doing a pretty good job of it as well, if I do say so myself. As coach of the month for March. This person just goes straight through the back of head. Apollonia has shifted out to that left wing role, trying to just change things up. And here's Apollonia into the box, tries to play it through, but a sliding effort from Oshima blocks that one.
Ollie, back in your line.
McDougall thought she'd won a corner, and there's some, in my mind, justified complaints from Penn Power. It did look like it might have come off musket, but the referee had a slightly better view than I've got on the monitor here.
So come towards the ball. Asking, you can drop like.
Heavy touch from Apollonia off the goal kick. This is the first meeting between these sides in a couple of years, when they met in the initial phase of the 2021 NPL competition. East won 11-0 at AJ Kelly Park. Of course, quite a bit has changed for Penn Power, to be fair to them. Free kick for East to relieve the pressure. In that instance, Lauren Askin, 4 goals. Georgie Amos, 3 goals. Jess Curran, 2. And Bruckner and Chantel Malgary also getting on the score sheet. Jess Curran, the only player not involved in today's matchday squad for East, so one of those goal scorers. An overall head-to-head, East have won 5, Power have won 2 in the NPL era. However, thanks to a couple of other very big wins in 2016, East have a fairly hefty advantage in the goal difference, 44-16. Carson cutting inside to the top of the box and looks to drill it into the midsection of Bruckner. Ball could break now. Person to take the shot on, blocked by the backside of Dean, and that broke perfectly for Harrington to slide in and pick that one up. Askin forward for Bruckner, is forward for Starr. And head going to ground, and that opened up a chance. Now shot taken on by Askin, and curling left-footed effort just rising over the bar. Some good build-up work there by Bruckner and Starr, and Askin just unable to force a save out of Liz Harrington. So it results in 2016, 13-0 at Heath Park and 10-0 at AJ Kelly in favour of East. I don't think we're heading for a similar scoreline this afternoon. In fact, I would be very surprised if the scoreline stays the way it is. Taking Power at McGallow's disposal. I'm sure they'll find a way to trouble Emma Gibbon a couple of times this evening. As the floodlights take over the setting April afternoon sun. It's high in the air for Davies. Marguerite, the subtlety of a sledgehammer, launches it up over the halfway line. For Person to play back for Taylor. And a crunching challenge in midfield by McDougall. Flattened Bruckner and won the ball back for Power. Can that be the spark that they need to get themselves back into the match? The closing minutes of the first half. Davis the target, but Pachenko to the danger. Phillips with space. Can find the head of Kachenko. Dougal starting to insert herself into the match a little bit more. Shot from range from Dapolonia. Just rolls harmlessly wide. By Dean as rolls over the sideline for Muscat to restart play with a throw-in. Sliced up and under from Harrington. A different code of football. That's known as Gary Owen. Coming together in midfield, McDougall. Another strong challenge. Kachenko almost has a pass pounced on, and Davies again just getting a little bit frustrated with how isolated she's been, and now she has to watch Bruckner down the other end into the box. Maya Bruckner. Low shot straight at Harrington. This bench not happy with the non-award of a foul there on Malgary. Improvise side of the foot touch from Starr almost worked. Now she'll toe poke it off Woods. Back it goes for Harrington. Almost sold head down the river, but plenty of space for Oshima. Asking a lot of captain to retrieve that, but Wilson does so. However, the exchange of passes with Starr not working, and pretty clear handball against Amajui. I think that would be considered in a natural position. Bruckner going straight through, as could break now for Person in the box on the turn, and forces a spectacular save out of Harrington, as the keeper had to be alert to the danger of the Person shot on the turn. It was a little bit fortuitous that the ball went up at the feet of Sophie Person, but good driving run from that right side. Bruckner. It's most corners in the NPL, 59 heading into today. Swinging delivery towards the near post, and Harrington dives on the ball. Wastes no time launching that long for Davies, and to get ahead to it, Bonnie Davies. Run being made, Davies will played along the ground, but look at the orange shirts back to make sure that that attack doesn't result in a shot on target. Gibbon had to save. I counted half a dozen orange jerseys back compared to only a couple of power runners.
Good, Johnny.
Power with 30 seconds of normal time, plus maybe a minute or two of stoppages. And they'll have a chance
Focus.
to possibly cause some havoc off this free kick.
Organise early.
Apollonia will be the provider.
Do we need them higher? 18.
Lachlan Leong not happy with the defensive line call from Gibbon. Into the box around the penalty spot, and it's not claimed. Shot taken on, blocked away by Oshima. Apollonia's effort is blocked, and off the deflection it could fall now head. She'll take the strike and just sliced it high and wide into the netting behind Gibbon's goal. A bit of a nervy moment at the back as Gibbon was unable to claim that free kick cleanly. Apollonia with room to work.
Johnny, one coming.
Sophie Person tracking back, doing her defensive duties and able to win her side a throw-in after playing it off Apollonia. And that will be the final action of an end-to-end first half that's been at times a little bit scrappy. East with a 2-0 lead heading into the break. Emma Starr and Maya Bruckner the goal scorers, and as the players make their way to the sheds for the intermission, we're going to take a little break ourselves, and we'll be back with the second half after these messages.
How do I finish this?
One straight off.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
And welcome back, everybody, to Heath Park for this Round 8 NPL clash between East and Peninsula Power. You see home side 2 goals to the good after the opening 45 minutes. Emma Starr in the 7th minute and Maya Bruckner from the penalty spot after a quarter of an hour. It's James Coughlin here bringing you all the action on FQTV. You see floodlights have fully taken over in Brisbane's eastern suburbs. Just going through some final checks and balances before the second half gets underway. And Sarah Apollonia, I'm sure she'll have something to say about the final scoreline before this game is done. And it appears as though we are unchanged for the second 45, or for the start of the second 45 minutes. Bruckner, who won and scored the penalty, will go to work here on Dean. Driving for the byline with the cross and there to nod at home. Splitting the difference between Star and Oshima, allowing Power to pounce. And as has been the story for pretty much the entire match thus far, not a whole lot of success for Power attacking down their right flank. Chantel Malgary holding strong. However, could open up here for Davies. However, if we go the double, however, it is Malgary. She's getting body position on her opposite number 9 and winning the pressure relieving free kick, which Hakano Kachenko will take. Back and forth at the moment. Oshima, beautiful pass, able to get it by Phillips. Here's the cross in from Askin, and it's spilled fortuitously by Harrington as Dean is there to mop up. Escaping the attentions of a couple of defenders. Apollonia sees the run made by Amajui and won't pass it to her. Instead go for Davies. Shot taken on by McDougall. Encouraging sign for Penn Power. They look to claw their way back. Last week they did overcome a 1-0 halftime deficit with a trio of second half goals. Davies in the 67th and 72nd minute for Apollonia. Put the game to bed. Person has swapped out to the right flank for the start of the second half. Looks like it's going to be a fairly fluid situation with Bruckner exchanging roles. By unable to break, but this one could work now as Bruckner is felled by her teammate Star. By person. Deflected cross into the box as Askin tries to fashion the space for a shot. Dispossessed, and now Power breaking towards the halfway line. It's a flips ball forward for Davies. Kachenko has to be strong, and she can't hold off Davies. Down goes the Power striker.
Hey, so she can get in front and pull down enough. Look, seriously. He's got a better angle than us.
Here the discussions continuing between Mick Gallo and the fourth official.
Good.
Apollonia almost there to block Clark's clearance. Tish Woods all the way back to Harrington, who is running launch over the halfway line, and makes it now with Dean taking the throw in. Had that cross the sideline, it had. And right in front of the Power bench. They felt like they had the best possible view as it was returned. And Apollonia escapes the first challenge. Tries to feed Davies. Heavy touch by Head is pounced on by Person. Head able to recover and sliding challenge. Regained possession. Dapolonia had straight offside. Spotted by the official on the far side.
Squeezes up, Ed. Squeezes up.
Flung the leg out to bring that one under control. Woods under pressure and able to just feint her way through that challenge. Amajui has found a pocket of space. She'll look to turn provider, headed towards Dapolonia. Just cannot direct that one on target, but Penn Power with their best chance of the match. Davies was functioning as a decoy on that build-up, just attracting the attention of Malgary before peeling off and allowing Amajui to find a bit of space against against Malgary, I beg your pardon. Driving run forward, McDougall, and that struck the arm. Will that be a penalty? It will. And McDougall's endeavours are rewarded, as Power now have a chance to halve the deficit with their first penalty of the season. And Malgary will argue the case for her teammate, but based on the laws as we understand them, that looks like a pretty cut and dried handball. It will be McDougall who's shot on the spot kick. They'll take on the responsibility. Lady McDougall takes a run up and just gets it by the outstretched arm of Emma Gibbon, and Power have their lifeline 8 minutes into the second half. It's a deserved reward for Lady McDougall, who in the closing 5 or so minutes of the first half and now in the second half has really started to take over in possession. Eighth goal East have conceded all season. It is, as Libby Cebulski insisted, Power's ball. Thrown for Person. Just a tired touch. Took her eye off the ball. McDougall keeping it in. Apollonia running centrally. Pushing the ball out to the far side of the pitch. Amajui trying to work it around Malgary, but fullback tracking well, alert to the danger. Heavy touch now from Cebulski and could open up an opportunity for East with the switch of play. Well read to play in Askin. She checks inside. Askin with the space, takes a shot on, and it's blocked off the midsection of head. And Person will happily shield that one behind for a corner. Askin with a great chance, but Power able to recover and deny the chance. Maybe an outswinging delivery. Person just making a nuisance of herself around Harrington, but it's cleared away by Phillips. And a shot taken on by Bruckner, I believe it was, as she was falling, just rolls wide. How's that for review? Setting sun just over the halfway line. Don't get too distracted by the view. We've got a game of football in the foreground. Closing in on an hour played here at Heath Park. Musket cuts inside. Kachenko drills it forward for Person. He's in Askin with the curling ball and almost picks out an offside star. Just bringing you the scores from round 8 in the competition. Souths went down to Olympic, 3-0 to the visitors on Friday. Yesterday, Gold Coast United and Mitchelton, 2-2 draw. We wish Paloma Oliveira the best, as Gold Coast have just confirmed suffered a broken ankle. Hoping for a speedy and smooth recovery. Davies not giving up the chase. To play in Blizzard. Back now, Davies. Shot from outside the box. Straight at Gibbon. On yesterday's other match, Lions 3-0 over the QAS. And the round will wrap up with a match that's about 16 minutes old. Sunshine Coast Wanderers taking on Capalaba. Taylor. Shima in the centre circle, but she got enough on that pass, she has. And a little tug on the jersey from Bruckner goes unpunished as Dapolonia just sees her off, but misplaced pass, well read by Kachenko. And for the East winger, as she can't cut inside. Apollonia. That one over the sideline. I wonder which coach will be the first to blink and go for their bench. And a false start on that throw-in has stolen a couple of extra metres. The musket takes right beneath our filming position. By Starr to get body position, and the person was expecting a teammate to make a run. Raise her left arm in apology. Davies, once again, just not giving up the cause no matter what, Bonnie Davies. Apollonia trying to play a striker through, just a bit too much on the cross, on the through ball, I beg your pardon. He's moved the ball with pace, but Woods just too quick. And Starr straight through the back of Woods. Hitting the free kick. Power, one of the more foul teams in the NPL. Advantage for the foul on Oshima. Person. She drives towards the box, and an excellent challenge by Jemima Head, ball and all. Defender got that one absolutely spot on. Woods turns into the press by Askin. We'll have to retrieve that as clearance took a deflection off her, as eventually it's dealt with. Person PT by day, and actually nominated for one of Brisbane's best PTs in a Courier Mail poll. Punched away by Harrington. Right into the path of Amajuri, who's got acres of space to work with. For the return pass, as Blizzard just can't quite get her radar working on that occasion. Blizzard and McDougall marshalling the midfield for Penn Power now. Wayward pass. Open up an opportunity for the visitors as they seek an equaliser. It's like Amajuri zigged when teammate was expecting it to zag. And that pass rolls harmlessly over the sideline for a throw-in. Davies. That endeavour almost paid dividends. Clark forced to play at that as the ball was just about to stop rolling before it crossed the sideline. Down goes Musket. Clipped by Apollonia. Looks like Gallo might be calling on some substitutions before too long. by Cebulski. Person able to fashion the cross, and heavy touch by Head as she's able to recover from that. Well, not completely recover, as it actually did go behind for a corner. Taking a double deflection. Georgie Amos jokingly taking a bib off. In swinging delivery from Askin. It's a 6-yard box, free header, and it's well saved by Harrington. That's one for the highlight reel. It was a free header for Hakana Kachenko, and Harrington, just desperately diving, turned it around the post. He's making their run from the 18-yard box. And not cleanly punched away. Eventually able to clear their lines through Blizzard. Just launches it towards Davies. Will it stay in for her? Davies putting on the afterburners to keep that one in, but unfortunately she also put the afterburners on that touch and sends it over the byline for an East goal kick, but it's like Ava Blizzard is being withdrawn. Kiara Shvalski making her way on. So we'll just confirm who else. Ava Blizzard withdrawn. I did hear 2 names called out. And also on in 33, Sienna Powell. Majuri on the header. And Davies just can't bring that one under control. Just enough pressure on. So with those substitutions, Blizzard withdrawn. It looks like Rishvalski has taken up station on the left flank. Return was Askin. He won the free kick there under the challenge from Phillips. And there is a sign from the bench to defer to Emma Starr for the in-swinging free kick. So it was Mary Dean, the other player, withdrawn. Starr lobs it towards the back post, and it came off the back of the substitute Powell into the welcoming arms of Harrington. Certainly gets all of her goal kicks, Liz Harrington. Commits to the motion. And just swung over the sideline.
Hey, here, 3-1, go!
2 minutes remaining as Penn Powell look to find an equaliser.
Come on!
Dougal able to escape the attention. Lofted ball up from Head, and Malgary eventually finding where the ball is and launches it towards the corner flag and goes on the wrong side of the corner flag for East for a goal kick.
Back in.
21 minutes to find out how big that save from Liz Harrington could be for the visitors. It's kept the scoreline at 2-1. That goal kick evaded everybody as it goes over the sideline for the throw-in. Changes may be imminent from Easts. Bruckner just dawdled on the ball. It's a defensive duty to concede the throw-in.
What number are you, mate? 23.
And Kaho Oshima withdrawn. Coming on is Georgie Amos, part of the furniture at Heath Park. Scored 4 goals for East against Penn Power in the NPL. Nice effort. Aerial work at the moment. Amos, dogged work to win the ball back. Too much on that pass from Bruckner for Person to bring under control. Georgie Amos, such a mainstay at the club, and coaching is going to be in her future without a doubt. She serving as an assistant with the QAS last season. Had a few changes there as a reward for the progress that side has made. Adam Pengelly has now gone on to national setup and seen Liz Doherty and Saka Cernak taking the reins. Liz Doherty running the show for the QAS. For the program, bringing through some of the youth players in the state. That was an excellent ball through for Askin as he's tried to fashion a chance. He's too far ahead of Star. Heavy touch by Head as she's able to escape the attentions of Askin. Majui lost it towards a penalty spot, but can only find Kate Muscat. Muscat again forced to just knee that one over the sideline. And that ball is eventually going to go over the sideline. It just continues to roll. Coaching setups is pretty impressive brain power on both sides, particularly East's. Lachlan Leong was working with the Raw, and also got Kelly Crew to call on, who was assistant for Gareth McPherson. He was also featured in a couple of matches this season for East. Harrington just puts a boot through that. Clark's header can only find Rizvalski. Room to dribble. Rizvalski takes a shot on from range and forced a save out of Gibbon.
How long, ref? How long?
Slightly misjudged that. Powell dispossessed by Bruckner. Person makes a run ahead. Person will drive and take the cross on herself.
Double.
Rated clearance, but a heavy touch sees East back in possession. Star through the channel for Person. She drives for the byline and head with another lunging challenge. But once again, successfully deflecting the ball away from the foot of Sophie Person. Behind it goes for a goal, corner. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining. Wind once again picking up. It's an in-swing delivery. This time he's had a corner from this side. They force a spectacular save out of Harrington. One's chested away. As far as Starr with the deflected effort. Could fall now for Bruckner. Desperation defending from Phillips. Getting across to cover that shot. Another corner from this near side. Low ball to the near post, and now we'll concede a third consecutive corner. After delivery this time towards the back post, finds ahead of Amos, but just a little bit too far forward in her positioning, so it skids off. And away for a power throw-in. This is Power's time to shine. 17 goals scored this season. Well, they're 18 now. 4 have come in the last 15 minutes of the match, including last week's icing from Apollonia. How dearly would they love to add to that tally? Way to level proceedings, or with still a quarter of an hour to go. Possibly think about adding 2 and maybe finding a way to take all 3 points back up to Redcliffe. Away, but not a lot of distance on that. Taylor. Person. Starr with the left-footed ball back. Here's Askin in space, takes a shot on, and another brilliant save by Harrington. Denies Easts again. Harrington at full stretch tipped that one away as Askin had found a little bit of space in the box. She had to get that one right. He's on the attack as they to seal the game away. Cebulski. As far as Starr with the curling effort, and it's a bit too much on it.
Oh, keep working, keep working. Second. Close to her.
Kachenko turns to favour now. Askin. Dougal. Able to turn the corner and get the pass away. Richvalski has a step on Musket but stood on the ball. The East defender was able to recover just in time. Amajui wants to keep this in. Woods. So D'Apollonio. Clark rushing out of the defensive line to close her down. It's a little bit chaotic as we close in on the 80th minute. Phillips has come forward from a right back roll. Apollonia with a cross. May wind up getting credited as a shot. Both sides desperate for the next goal. He's not happy with a 2-1 lead. Power obviously not happy with a 2-1 deficit. And Askin just plays it back for Harrington. Ball off the head of Kachenko and going to nod it through for Davies. And that was definitely going to be a foul and the game's first yellow card, as Clark can only apologise to Rishvalski, who was fouled. We do have a change now. Askin makes her way off, I believe. And coming on in number 11, Jacinta Sullivan. Launch free kick by Cebulski to the D. Headed away by Kachenko, and Muscat, the second act, to head it over the sideline.
Keep pushing, come on.
Amos chests it down.
Just help it back in, help it back in.
Is it only as far as Cebulski on the halfway line? Looking for a runner. Able to clear it in time. Rishvalski unable to knock Bruckner off the ball, and Starr just puts it ahead. Powell to mop up. And the bobble. And Harrington had to get that one right. Person. Starr. She's got room. Bruckner's in acres of space out on the right. And she laid the cross into the top of the 6-yard box and off the head of Head. Harrington is able to claim and settle things down for the visitors, as we will have a stoppage, as Head looks like she's not at 100%.
But if they're dropping and they're in the same line, so the back four are in the same line, that's when you can try and get one out.
And Harrington resumes play with a goal kick. Out of the hands, of course. And a loose touch by Starr could open up something for D'Apollonia. Once again, looking to press inside the east half. Unable to win the foot race for that ball. Cebulski just drills it over the sideline into the fence. It's not the end of the field Penn Power want to be at. However, East comfortable in possession, happy to hold it up, as Person has done here, turning Head along the byline and trying to sneak that one through the legs of Harrington.
Quick, Katie. Quick, drop.
Just encouraging his defenders to make sure they're still taking care of their duties. Substitute Sullivan loses possession. Davies dispossessed by an excellent tackle from Clark.
Touch and play, let's move it, come on.
Kachenko, uncompromising 50-50 attempt. Just down. Rishvalski, excellent turn of foot to fashion some space. Go into the box. Clark has to get this tackle right. She got the ball and the player, and it is going to be a corner. And Clark, perfectly timed tackle to deny Rishvalski. chance for Power. McDougall with the delivery. Body's just looking to make life tough for Gibbon. Swinging ball into the side netting.
Come on, set up.
Not quite getting the direction she wanted on that, and it's going to give Power the ball in a very favourable position for them. Powell with the throw. Apollonia can't get it by Amos. In just about every scenario in a football match you can imagine. Person putting the pressure on Powell and winning a throw in for the home side. She's just rising up a notch as we enter the final 5 minutes of play. 5 minutes of play remaining is over the sideline. Bruckner and Person, they've combined plenty of times this evening as to link up one more time. Person back for Star, but McDougall read the play. Well read by Kachenko. She takes the audacious strike from all of 35 yards out. So if you don't buy a ticket, the rest of that goes. Person looking to put the pressure on Head. Harrington pushing it out towards the near touchline. Star just bring it back to her defenders, and 2 Power players to close down Muscat. And Muscat is adamant that she should have had the throw in. Assistant on the near side disagrees. Thrown for Davies is nodded back to Powell, who plays it off Bruckner for the throw in. This is Power's moment to find an equaliser. Apollonia are able to keep it moving. McDougall and playing it straight at the backtracking Sullivan. Amos threads the needle. Sullivan back in possession. She stretches out the legs. Can't find a way through Phillips. Just muscles. Direct assignment. Now Woods. And a free kick for Power. A little bit of gamesmanship from Star. She allows Power to take the free kick quickly as McDougall plays it under pressure from Person. Now Power, they are finishing the match strongly. Can they force another save out of Gibbon? Really had many shots on target thus far. Just not quite reading that pass. Also able to pounce on the heavy touch. Here's Davies. She's not giving up. Majui able to get in behind Malgary for a few times tonight. Perfectly weighted cross onto the top of the 6-yard box, but just too tall. Rushing Apollonia. 2 minutes of normal time remaining. All the way back, Harrington to pick up. And with a running start once again, Harrington punts it. Davies read the bounce well, able to for Rishvalski into the box, and another well-timed sliding challenge by Muscat. The ball has stayed in, and desperation of Muscat saved her side a corner at the cost of a throw-in, but it's probably a net gain for East. Apollonia on the turn, fashioning the space, but can't quite get the Power on the strike. Gibbon is able to fall on that. And here is Person in space. Person, can she put the game to bed? Sophie Person!
Back in, back in. Let's go.
Oh, so close to what would have been a third goal and 3 points for East, but Power
Deeper.
survive another chance.
Bit higher.
Good. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. Jui.
Back in.
Solid collision between Malgary and Amajui, and they exchange a courteous high five. That one's gone over the roof of the grandstand, Melville family grandstand. And a second ball goes over the grandstand as Phillips has had plenty of power behind it. And thanks to one of the junior supporters, we've got the ball back. Well, the first ball back as Person will go for the corner. And it is going to be an East's corner by the way they're setting up. This Person putting her experience to good use, just holding the play up. Taken very quickly. Amos just looking to hold it up, but Dapolonia and Richvalski working hard to keep it alive. Dapolonia. Amajui with room to roam. Over the halfway line. 4 East players in a wall, and Davies was stuck between a rock and a hard place. There is now Powell. Tries to play it forward. Davies, has she stayed onside? She is not. And East will take every second allowed. So take this free kick. The edge of the 18-yard box. Gibbon will take. Gibbon. I'm not sure if she was exactly targeting Muscat or just happy to put it over the sideline. But either way, as we enter the 3rd minute of stoppage time, Power will have a throw in, a last hurrah. Powell can only play it off Richvalski. The substitutes eventually combining for Richvalski. And Amos with the challenge, getting the ball and the player. Power adamant it should have been a free kick. They allowed to continue. Powell. Good work by McDougall. Out for Amajui, she's in space and onside. Christina Amajui saved and regathered by Gibbon. It's at the save to preserve 3 points for Easts. And East survive thanks to the late save from Gibbon. All 3 points staying at Heath Park. It was a fast start from the home side. Emma Starr in the 7th minute. Maya Bruckner in the 15th. Lady McDougall gave Power their goal 10 minutes into the second half in what has been an enthralling contest. There's Harrington with a couple of huge saves for Penn Power. And that will wrap things up here at Heath Park. I'm James Coughlin. It's been a Double Take Sports production for Football Queensland. We will see you next week.